Power to the truth. I'm going to entitle this video Amnesty for Mexican Immigrants. Now, remember the power of the word. Keep an open mind. After all these centuries, the USA has not come up with humane immigration legislation to deal with the whole so-called illegal immigrants question in the USA. You could use the term illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants. Don't get twisted by terminology. Focus on the idea that we have millions of people in the USA whose descendants are from Mexico, who are living in the shadows, who are not able to openly participate in life in the USA. This is not a brand new problem. This is an old problem. Pharaoh Obama has failed to keep up his promises in relation to helping to bring about immigration legislation. And I mean sane, humane immigration legislation. No one's going to willingly go to the back of any line to sign up for immigration if they are in fear of being deported. No one is going to be sweating about paying back taxes for all the work that they've done here. Understand that Mexican immigrants are a vital part of our economy, the U.S. economy. Many people they say they're not against immigrants, they just want them to be here legally. And to me, especially white people and black people and some Latinos too, are actually prejudiced in terms of a prejudgment, or they're outright racist. And they hide behind the illegal immigration question. And they don't have the answer. I won't even go into all Obama and his lies. Now he's going to wait till after the November elections because of politics. Playing politics with people's lives. He's the deportation king. He has wrecked many families, separated them because the children may have been born here in the USA if the parents were born in Mexico. This is a contradiction when you understand that all of what we know now as the U.S. Southwest was once northern Mexico. And before that, all this land belonged to the first peoples, the original peoples. indigenous natives of the USA. So we need to really understand history, take the time to study it, and see that since at the rate things are going now, I don't see any immigration reform this year, period. So bear in mind, I'm not optimistic or pessimistic, I'm realistic. Now, after over 200 years, you would think that the U.S. government and its leaders would have had the brains enough to come up with sane, humane immigration legislation. I remember in September 2014. Tomorrow's 9/11. When 9/11 happened, a lot of Americans were not really paying attention to the evils that the U.S. government had been doing in the Middle East, in Iraq, etc. Nowadays, American people still aren't paying attention. They continue to act like blind, deaf, and dumb Nazi Americans. Racist Nazi Americans. Who do not understand all the hatred and animosity, resentments that this whole immigration question has brought about among Chicanos, La Raza, Latinos. I like the term La Raza Cósmica because we are a cosmic people. So we see that there's parallels going on here. And I can't blame just the government. I can't blame white racist Americans who act like Nazis. And I really don't think that blaming anyone is the answer. We need to have a solution to this immigration question. People are tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of thinking and talking about it. Like I'm talking to a bunch of deaf, blind mutes who don't speak up. So I want us to understand that basic immigrant rights are at heart the same as humane rights. We want the right to exist, the right to work, the right to be an active citizen in our communities. So I want you to share this video with other people, and at least we can try to raise consciousness, mass consciousness about this issue, and know that it must be resolved. And we're not going away. In fact, every day our roots sink deeper and deeper into the soil. We're the ones who pick the fruits and the vegetables on your plate. Think about that. So, I don't have all the answers, but together we can come up with a good solution. Common sense tells me, I know common sense is aware that the U.S. and Mexican governments need to work together to iron out a sound legislative package that will deal with this issue, because it's a complex one. Now we got gringos with guns on the border who are trigger happy, like the cop in Ferguson. Someone's going to get killed. There will be blood. And if this goes off the hook, there's going to be a lot of trouble and turmoil. Now Obama wants to go into the Middle East further and just airstrikes in Syria. The majority of American people that I know in my life don't really give a damn, or disinterested. Unless it affects them personally, they really don't care. Typically, Americans have this passive, sleepwalking way about them that unless it blows up their building, they ain't tripping. So I will do what little I can to help raise consciousness and to see that in the end we are all one humanity upon one Mother Earth. We need to share what resources we have here. If there was ever a global revolution, which is not a final conclusion, we will have to share what limited resources we already have now. To add to the whole equation, as a species, we are an endangered species here on Mother Earth. We belong to the Earth. The Earth does not belong to us. We are all in this together. We need to respect one another, no matter where we're from. Get rid of our racism. Get rid of our nationalism. And if you're involved in an organization for human rights, get actively involved. I'll leave some links below with Twitter links that you can follow and keep up to date with what's going on. So it's not like the information isn't out there. It's out there. Seek and you shall find. The things we ignore right now, karma, can end up biting us in the ass. So pay attention. Be concerned. Be a humane being. Evolve beyond being a human animal. Care about all people. Love as much as you can. Love as many as you can. Open your heart. Expand your circles of compassion. And if you're a new ager, be for real. Don't be phony. Don't talk about we're all one when someone's killing someone else. That's not oneness. I remain a Chicano de Aztlán. I will try to do what I can in my own little way to help contribute to constructive conversation, to dynamic dialogue, and to help to increase understanding among all of us. So someday we can truly be one united family of humanity. One united family of humanity. And before extinction, let's pray for peace on earth. Namaste.